And as I always say, every night at the Kennedy Center is a special one, but for me, especially working in the jazz program, we're thrilled to have you join us for this special occasion to hear night number 2 of Betty Carter's Jazz Ahead 2019. So what is Betty Carter's Jazz Ahead? It's a program of professional development for young artists aged 25 and younger. And we bring folks from all over the world through a competition to gain entry into the program. And what's so unique about what we do here, you'll hear the word jazz camp often in the industry with people go and train, young artists train all over the country at different jazz camps. Well, what separates us out is it's a very unique situation. Not only do these folks have to be able to play well, but they have to compose. And that was a very important, unique aspect of what Betty Carter wanted when she started this program in the mid-90s at the Brooklyn Academy of Music 651 Arts Center. It was in the mid-90s, and for years, Betty Carter had always surrounded herself with young people in an informal training program where she always had young artists in her band. And everyone knew that, not unlike Art Blakey, that once you were in Betty's band, your career was going to go straight ahead onto amazing things. She loved to have young people around her and train them and look for the future. So she formalized this program at 651, as I mentioned. And then in 1997, the then artistic director for jazz, Dr. Billy Taylor, here at Kennedy Center, invited her to bring the program here. So in 1998, she brought the program here, and we had it all started. It was down there in the concert hall, and things were off to a great start. Tragically, Betty Carter died later in 1998, and we were excited amidst all the grief to know that the family and the estate had asked us to continue to work and do this special program to train young artists of the future. And I'd like to recognize, please, and welcome Betty Carter's son, Mr. Miles Redding, who's here with us tonight. Now, I would like to thank some special folks. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for a lot of support of many people, including the King White Family Foundation, who is headed by Dr. J. Douglas White, and also the William N. Cafritz Jazz Initiative that was created here for programming Kennedy Center. Without that support, we would not see these young people here. Now, I mentioned that they're from all over the world. I want to tell you that they're from not only the United States, of course, but France, Germany, Israel, South Africa, Sweden, Venezuela. It's been a terrific 2 weeks, and what makes this so great is the songs that you hear tonight are all original work. These folks didn't know each other, and now they're all here performing new works of each other's. It's just fantastic. Oh, welcome everybody, J. Douglas White, Dr. White here with the King White Family Foundation. Quickly, I do want to introduce the faculty who've been working with these amazing, talented young people. From the class of 1998, for Jazz Ahead, the first year that we had it here at the Kennedy Center, ladies and gentlemen, our saxophonist faculty, Mr. Casey Benjamin, right there, with the wonderful hat on. In the class of 1993, worked with Betty at the Brooklyn Academy of Music Jazz Ahead, our percussionist faculty, Mr. Greg Hutchinson. I will tell you, these next two folks were also in the same class. It must have been a bumper crop that year for Betty in 1993. On trumpet, you'll know him also as a talented musician in his own right, and he travels regularly as a member of the Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra. Please welcome Marcus Printup, trumpet. On bass, our bass faculty, Christopher Thomas, also from 1993. A member of Betty's band who worked with her closely. Please welcome Peter Martin, pianist. And last but certainly not least, Grammy and Tony Award winner, NEA Jazz Master, vocalist Dee Dee Bridgewater. And now I'd like to introduce the Residency Director and also the current Artistic Director for Jazz at Kennedy Center. And he, too, was in the first class of Betty Carter's Jazz Ahead here in 1998. And we're thrilled it's come full circle, and he leads the residency now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jason Moran.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure this time of year to gather around the legacy of Betty Carter and the courage she gives us as artists, as improvisers, and storytellers. And these musicians over the past 2 weeks have pulled together some amazing music of which you'll hear a sample of tonight. And the first tune was written by the pianist, and I'll let him introduce it.
Thank you very much, Jason, and thanks, Kevin. And thank you all so much for coming out to watch jazz musicians of the next generation bring original music to the Kennedy Center. I'm going to start off by announcing my composition that we'll begin with. My name is Lex Corton, by the way. I play piano. Jazz can be about a lot of things. We've heard a lot of beautiful songs about love, relationships, and emotions. This song is about something else. So we know there are a lot of planets out there, and none of them so far are inhabitable by humans. And there's certain planets that are extra uninhabitable. They're so hot that rocks evaporate into the air, and maybe when it gets cool, then they'll rain back down as lava. So there's a term that astronomers came up with called Chthonian planet. So that's what this song is. It's called Chthonian Planet. Features our two amazing saxophone players, Chris Bittner on tenor, Sam Priven on alto. We hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much. Now we're going to play an original composition of mine entitled We've Only Just Begun. One, two, one, two. Everything's so fresh and new, so who will you become? All our wants and dreams in view, and we've only just begun. If we learn to play the game, there's much for us to claim. Soon they won't forget our names, and we've only just begun. There's so much to learn at every turn. A world of possibility. Fools will want to see us fail, but we'll be sure to prevail. We'll shine brighter than the sun, and we've only just begun.
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name's Jacob. Give it up for this band, you know? This next song is a ballad I wrote about my best friend, who is unfortunately no longer on this earth. So when we play it, I want you, or think about someone who you really miss, you know, and who you want to say goodbye to one last time. Please enjoy.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming to the Millennium stage today to hear us. I will introduce our group. On piano is Sequoia Snyder. On vibraphones is Juan Diego Villalobos from Venezuela. On alto saxophone is Sarah Hanahan. On trumpet is Marissa Webster. On tenor saxophone is Baptiste Porchel. Holding it down on drums is Tim Rockbach. On bass is Hannah Marks. And I am Darren Dean. The first song we will perform for you is written by me, and it's called Evan's Way. It's inspired by a great friend of mine named Evan. So I hope he's watching the live stream. At midnight, starlight in your eyes, dreaming of the heavens in the sky, stolen moments, silent nights between us, feeling like it's springtime as we laugh, dance, and play our song. Stroll along, music, magic, moonlight, starlight, shining in the midnight. Your eyes take me by the twilight. I'll walk Heaven's way. Heaven's way. Marissa Webster. At midnight, starlight in your eyes, dreaming of the heavens in the sky, stolen moments, silent nights. you. Leads way. Introducing our next song will be Hannah. It's an original composition by Baptiste.
Hello, my name is Baptiste Orchol. I come from France, Nice, in the south. And this song of mine is called Prana Parikraya. It's in Sanskrit. I don't know why, I just felt it like that. And it means the cost of life. Thank you. It's gonna featuring Sequoia Snyder on piano.
Our next song is an original by Marissa.
Hi, my name is Marissa Webster. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Such an honor and a blessing to be here. The tune that I wrote is entitled Enough. It's a tune in protest to gun violence in America and throughout the world. Thanks. Accompanying this piece is a poem by Lavelle Porter. I hope you enjoy.
And when the sun rises, we are afraid it might not remain. When the sun sets, we are afraid it might not rise in the morning. When our stomachs are full, we are afraid of indigestion. When our stomachs are empty, we are afraid we may never eat again. When we are loved, we are afraid love will vanish. When we are alone, we are afraid love will never return. And when we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard nor welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it's better to speak, remembering we were never meant to survive.
when the sun rises, we are afraid. Sandy Hooks. When the sun sets, we are afraid. Aurora, Colorado. When our stomachs are full, we are afraid of indigestion. Virginia Beach. Enough. Columbine. Enough. Pulse nightclub. Enough. Enough. Enough.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for all coming out and staying and listening to our music. My name is Naledi Masilo from Johannesburg, South Africa. Thank you. And I'd like to start by introducing our lovely band, the Green Group. On piano, we have Eli Prunou. On trombone, we have Matthew Waterman from Bloomingdale, Indiana. On trumpet, we have Liam Sutcliffe from New Jersey. On the tenor saxophone, we have Rico Jones from Denver, Colorado. On the guitar, we have Roy Ben Bashat from Israel. On the bass, we have Isaac Levian. Yes, Isaac. And on drums, we have Edvin Fridolfsson from Sweden.
Hello. This first tune is a composition of mine entitled Warnings, the Lorax and Friends, and I'd like to dedicate it to youth climate activists all around the world, as well as my 8-month-old niece.
We are in the midst of the 6th mass extinction, and the extinction rate is up to 10,000 times faster than what is considered normal, with up to 200 species becoming extinct every single day. Erosion of fertile topsoil, deforestation of our great forests, toxic air pollution, loss of insects and wildlife, the acidification of our oceans. These are all
Away. 'Cause 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 '
disastrous trends being accelerated by a way of life that we, here in our financially fortunate part of the world, see as our right to simply carry on. Our house is falling apart, and our leaders need to start acting accordingly, because at the moment they are not. Some parties do not even want me standing here today because they so desperately do not want to talk about climate breakdown.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ellie Pruneau. This next tune that we're going to play for you is entitled Poseidon, after the god of the sea. So kind of think of yourself floating along the sea while you listen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This will be the last tune of the 3 sets. My name is Naledi Masilo from Johannesburg, South Africa, and the next song that we'll be performing is a tune of mine called Scuffle, which means don't lose heart. The inspiration from this song came from a bunch of things that people said to me before taking the big leap and moving to the US. The lyrics are in Sesotho, and the insert might be in there, but it's just such a special song to me because it just brings back all the family that has brought me to this point, not only my immediate family, but my community, my friends, my extended relatives, my sisters, and my cousins who aren't actually my cousins, but are my cousins. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the next song. It's called Scuffle, and it's dedicated to all the dreaming girls.
Tsamaya bosiu ngwanaka letsatsi le sa thole tsele lefatshe le robetse Sia merwalo msetsana seke wa belela pelo setšhaba se wemetse Tsamaya bosiu ngwanaka letsatsi le sa thole tsele lefatshe le robetse Sia merwalo msetsana seke wa belela pelo setšhaba se wemetse Sky
Tamaya busi uwanaka. Le tati, le sauto le tileng, le fati le robeti, oh, oh, lo. Si amiro l'un setana, se che wabila la pelu, se chaba se wemeti, oh, leo, Could you guys be singing along with us? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out this evening for Betty Carter's Jazz Ahead. Thank you to the King White Family Foundation, Dr. J. Douglas White, Miles Redding, and of course our faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, Betty Carter's Jazz Ahead 2019. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us at Millennium Stage. As we prepare for another performance, we ask that you help us by heading towards the